Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Danganronpa Part 11. In the previous video, we made pretty good progress through the first class trial. We're entering into the final stage, apparently, according to Totally Not Makoto. Before we go back and jump back in, I do just want to kind of say that, like, my kind of initial thoughts on the trial. I mean, we're not quite finished yet, but I am really enjoying it. I think this is a fantastic first trial. I think they've done a very good job of not making the killer, like, of having, like, several plausible killers. Like, it kind of reminds me a lot of Trial 2 from the first game, which was my favorite, where you kind of had, like, you had 3 different plausible killers, or you had, like, you know, Toko was, like, the red herring, much like Fuyahiko's the red herring in this one. Then you had Byakuya, who there was a lot of, like, good, like, deductive reasoning to think it was him, but it ended up not being, which is, I guess, maybe what they're doing with Mikan. Even though, like, really, as much as her stopping Nagito from confessing makes it seem like she's innocent, my initial reasons for suspecting her still haven't been disproven. Like, we still don't know why she never talked when the power went out. That's really weird. Like, if her character is as she's presented it, like, you really think the meek and easily scared Mikan wouldn't have screamed out when the power suddenly turned off and everyone started to panic? And the fact that she did the whole embarrassing pose thing that just smells of a distraction to me. And she looked mega suspicious in the picture that Mahiro took. And none of those have really been, like, disproven, so I feel like I still have reasons to doubt Mikan. It's just her preventing Nagito from turning himself in is really sus.
The blackened or the spotless?
Or clears her of suspicion, I should say.
I think it's time to settle this.
Like, I don't know. Case, party dishes, murder threat, fire door. It's gotta be fire door. That's like one of the only things we haven't used yet.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout.
But I don't really know how the fire door helps you navigate.
Like that.
I mean, I guess you could use them as a marker.
A bowl without fish?
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
String? No.
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
No.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
Used a light? That didn't make any sense. I don't know why I went with that.
Crap.
I was just like, well, it's the last one. Well, actually, it maybe wasn't the last one.
It's like making a seafood.
Is it really not?
What if they used a string like...
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
No, I don't think so.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used
Maybe
a light?
maybe there's one last thing.
It definitely sounds impossible.
So, light, string, night vision goggles. I don't think it's goggles.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout.
Fire door, kitchen
Moving to the
equipment
storage room
list,
like that.
murder threat,
It's like making a
case,
seafood bowl without fish.
party dishes.
Is it?
Kitchen equipment list. There's a iron plate and a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Is that, I mean, would that count as a light, maybe?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with what if they used a light?
The thingy was in the way.
Possible.
Okay. I think that this has to be it.
It's like making a seafood.
Is it really not?
What if they used a string?
Maybe there was another pair.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
I was... How does the silencer miss, but the actual bullet doesn't? Gonna call shenanigans there?
The hallway was really dark. Moving to the
So if we just do it quickly, we can hit it before the thing
What
pops
if they
up.
used a string?
Maybe there was another pair.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with what if they used a light?
Oh, come on.
I agree with that. I know. The killer had a light with him.
Oh, I was right?
Yeah?
But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
20 forks, 20 knives, 20 spoons, 5 skewers, 3 firing pans, 20 wine glasses, and a partridge in a pear tree. There's iron plates and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Iron plates and a portable stove. I do recall seeing them on the shelf over there. The kitchen seems to be well kept. There should be no problems using it.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
Now the question is, who had the stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
Is there? Ah, I've been exposed!
A hole? What kind of hole? It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail. Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
She's got a point.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me?
Are you challenging us to a duel Yu-Gi-Oh style? I mean, he's kind of pointing his finger out like that. Don't they do that in that show? It's been a while since I've seen it.
No, that's wrong.
Okay,
Will
oh
you be
god.
able to break through my argument?
Why do you have to say it so seductively? What does he mean battle? It sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. Damn, there's no way I'm gonna lose against someone like him. Alright. Night vision goggles. There's a lot of stuff there, dude.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I don't know what you're saying, dude.
I can't back down!
Dual cross sword. Ah! I wasn't in a good position to mash, but
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said.
hey, don't doubt what he said, dude.
What are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the
Okay.
hallway was dark, right?
Gotta be
So if
careful
the
here.
light was shining in
Whoa,
such
wait,
a
what'd
dark
that
hallway,
say? Something about
wouldn't
dark.
Kazuichi have seen it?
Wouldn't Kazuichi
After
have
all,
seen it?
he
I
was
didn't mean to
walking
do
through
that.
The hallway, right?
I was trying to switch with the analog stick for some reason.
Damn it!
I was overcome. He's going back to the
Did
original
you forget
topic.
what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned.
For some reason, I was just like trying to
It
switch
contradicts his
keywords with
testimony.
the
Or
left
are
stick.
you intentionally
I don't
doubting
know
his
why.
testimony?
So he said
I
something
don't
about
doubt what Kazuichi said.
not.
What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office
Fire door?
was because
Oh,
the
yeah,
hall
we gotta-
was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Which button do I press?
Allow me to cut through
Yeah.
those words. Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door.
Yeah.
So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh. You still don't remember your talent, do
That's unnecessary. You're badgering the witness.
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
you? You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath? You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Dude, Fuyuhiko still just gets me, man. Because, I mean, like, anytime I hear him talk, I just think of Ken from Digimon. And because, I mean, it's the same voice actor. He uses the exact same voice. And so seeing, like a character, or hearing a character that I associate with a TV show from my childhood curse like this, is just, it kind of sends me.
Hey, it's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
And it also helps that Fuyuhiko and the character I'm thinking of are like basically the same person, like personality-wise.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
No, Neko.
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
So you're telling me to call out the real killer. Even though I don't really want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? I mean, we don't really have hard evidence. And snuck out under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. The only killer I can think of is... you and only you! Hajime. I mean... I don't... my suspicions haven't really been alleviated? Like, my core suspicions? But at the same... like... why would she have stopped Nagito from confessing? It doesn't make any sense.
Crap!
Okay, it's not that. Okay, I actually have no clue then. So it's not Mikon. I don't think it was Ibuki. Was it Byakuya? Did Byakuya kill himself?
You're the only one!
It was Teru Teru, eh?
Teru Teru. Could it be you? Huh? What? What are you talking about?
I really didn't like suspect Teru Teru very much. Like, at all.
Teru Teru's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way!
But I mean, he would have access to the stove. It kind of, I'm trying to think, what was his account again? Or like, what did he say? Because he did arrive later on in Ibuki's account, right? Because that was the kind of the main reason I was clearing him, was because I was kind of under the assumption that anyone that would have shown up there wouldn't have been able to be the killer. But I guess if he like stabbed him immediately and then ran back really fast, and we do know that he was there, so he could have like planned it, or you know, planned it ahead of time and everything, and gotten the skewer. So I mean, it makes sense. I guess it's just I was clearing him because I didn't think you would have been able to do the murder and get back there in time.
Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer? Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen.
Same with the skewer that was actually used to kill him.
That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
Teru Teru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you
I still think
follow
Mikon's a
instructions like
murderer.
this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
I'm not backing down off my gut. She may not be the murderer this time, but maybe in the future. I feel like I've said this before,
the
though.
future of the culinary arts.
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
Makoto's, or Nagito's actually the ultimate psychological tormentor.
So, what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
He just messes with everyone's head.
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
I don't think that's true.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what?
We still haven't used embarrassing evidence. Can we... I mean, I guess it's possible that, like, maybe she really was just tripped and it wasn't intentional. That's not the right thing. We gotta, like... aren't her, like, legs wrapped up in something? No? It's like a sausage? I don't know.
It's dark under the floorboards, too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
Gundam?
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
I mean, I guess that's the paint.
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important!
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
Yeah, it's the paint.
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
The victim was targeted by a mark. What was the mark? Where is it? Is it not the paint? I guess it's the knife?
I can prove it with this.
I thought that was like the duct tape itself was a clue,
The
but...
mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah, by using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing.
Do we know that you actually are the one who prepared it?
I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
One second. Alright, back to respond to a text real quick.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
I don't know. I don't feel super confident about being Teru,
Then
but...
can I ask everyone a question instead?
You again? Just stop already!
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
Yeah.
Teru is the killer. That would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
'Cause I mean, it's just like the time frame doesn't make any sense. There's no way he could have stabbed him and gotten back in there that quickly.
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
Okay, so that wasn't the actual final accusation then.
That's right. That's exactly it.
Because I was going to be slightly annoyed if Teru was the killer just because it seems so misleading. Because, like, I mean, the time frame there is, like, so fast.
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there.
I mean, that makes sense.
Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow...
And I mean, the kitchen is
managed to
right
move
next to the
along
dining
wall
hall.
toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
I mean, they're, like, right next to each other.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat.
Yeah, everyone knows this.
So, if you want, you should try licking me.
No way! You look greasy. But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
Does she?
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it.
Okay, never mind.
Why?
Maybe he is the...
Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me?
I don't know. Maybe he is the killer. Shit.
It's not like I want to blame you.
I could see it going both ways pretty easily.
You should be so proud
We are
of
so
yourself,
far into the
Hakume.
trial, though, that I feel like it
You're
has
just
to be him.
progressing toward the hope you believe in. Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teruteru's hope?
As much as I want it to be Mikon. I guess I don't necessarily want it to be her, but... I mean, I would love to be vindicated.
Let me ask you again.
Knife? Bloodstain under the table.
Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
Caps. Goggles.
There's no way
face.
I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
Okay.
I definitely heard Teruteru's voice.
I definitely heard.
It's handsome, unlike his face.
Maybe it was recording or something?
I don't think so.
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The
Oh,
fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
he wasn't necessarily in the dining hall. Right? He could have been under the floor when he said that? Alright,
Let me ask
that
you
makes
again.
sense.
Did you go to the storage
So
room
which one
during
does
the
this
blackout?
correspond
There's no
to?
way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teruteru's
I definitely
voice.
heard.
It's handsome, unlike his face.
And there was live voice, and then what did Teruteru
Maybe
say
it
at
was
the end?
recording or something?
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Maybe this,
Right,
but let's see
as
what he
long as I have her
says.
testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
Cannot be in, yeah.
I'll shoot through that contradiction.
Alright. That makes sense. That's an acceptable, like, little twist
Just
at the
because
end there.
we heard Teruteru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall.
Because I do think there was a bit of a... It was still a while before the lights came back on, right? It's kind of hard to remember the exact time frame, but I think there was a longer delay.
Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
Is that true, Teruteru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teruteru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I?
I mean, I kind of like Teruteru. I'm a little sad to see him go. I would have... Honestly, I would have preferred to see Mikon be the killer. If I'm being completely honest, but, you know, she's innocent. She's innocent.
What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
What? What in tarnation? Now, here there, boy.
Where are you from again?
He's,
Ooh, I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey,
I love it.
This guy's a major liar.
If Teruteru was in the dining hall during the blackout,
Now say here,
he
boy.
should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teruteru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
He sounds like, the kid from Metal Gear Rising.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
Honestly, that might actually be the same voice actor. That's definitely possible. It sounds so similar.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
Oh, is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
What? His memories?
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
I probably can. Oh, you again.
Whether or not Teruteru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know for sure, I just need to throw that question at him. The pose. The pose. The pose!
I can prove it with this. If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Whoa, what? Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
No, this is a very important question.
It's very important.
Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
Come on, Teru, you know the answer.
Huh?
Oh, he doesn't.
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly. How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
Yeah, you know, it happens.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Well, you're actually giving him too many hints.
Even so. Nagito, say something!
So, maybe, I guess, like, they were actually maybe working together, but Nagito wasn't really working together with him, and Nagito's the one who wrote the note to, Byakuya because he knew Teru was planning to murder, and he pretended to play along?
I guess you might have to give up now.
Wait, give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
No murder weapon hadn't been cleared up yet, yeah?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore.
Well, you know, you can just go away then.
It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet. You understand him?
Yeah?
But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi! Enough with the whimpering and translate!
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
The weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Correct.
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool.
What could it possibly be?
5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Who cares? Let's just smoke some bud, bros.
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good.
Yeah.
Fine, I got it.
We don't need the translation.
Try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it?
What a confusing accent!
I mean, it's not that bad. Anyway, we need to focus and think about this. Thin-edged tool with a diameter. Is this Hangman? It needs to meet those requirements. Might have been used at the crime scene. What's that? Okay, so skewer. How do you spell the... Oh, meat skewer, probably. Looking for an M. Looking for an M. Boy, howdy. Sure do wish I could have me one of them N's. Or M's. Or maybe it's food skewer? I can't think of, I mean, because there's no M's. Hey. I mean, S-K-E, I mean, skewer fits. I just don't know what the first word's supposed to be. Iron skewer. All right, iron skewer. Iron. Looking for an R. Looking for an O. Any O's? Step right up. Step right up. Not what we're looking for. I didn't actually mean to do that. Still looking for an O. Boy, howdy, sure do wish I had me an O. Just waiting for an N. I don't know. I'm not like I did not mean to hit the wrong button there. Waiting for an N. Just waiting for an N. I don't know how, I don't think I like new Hangman very much. It's just a little too, I mean, I guess we do have the fast forward thing, but then you run into the problem of, like, then you start taking, you like mess up and you take damage and just looking. K, E, W, E, R. Let's looking for an E and an R. Just looking for an E. There we go.
I got it!
I mean, I wouldn't say it's worse than Hangman in the first game, but I wouldn't say it's that much. I think it's like a slight improvement.
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
I checked the equipment list and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. Ah, that's right. As far as I know, it's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Avril Lavigne!
What?
Avril Lavigne? Huh? Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Island sirens is also kind of fun to say.
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
My thoughts exactly. We're nearing the end. A cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields. What? You simply will have to listen to what you have to say. It'll probably pain you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. Well, no, because I don't care about... it doesn't hurt me to condemn a murderer. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed defeat battle where you beat down a panicked opponent's excuses and nonsense. That's the bullet time the panic talk action. The PTA, we'll shorten it to PTA. During the PTA, you must destroy all your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks with the following, while following the tempo of the song. Time your button presses with a tempo marker. Match the tempo marker by pressing the B button, and you'll be able to lock onto your opponent's remarks. Keep pressing it, you'll be able to lock onto multiple remarks at the same time. Press the B button in time. Intercept and destroy it. Destroying, you will damage the soul shields, protecting the opponent, and destroy them. However, if you cannot destroy the remark within the time limit, you end up getting hurt. You can also press the start button to review controls. Okay? Just focus on pressing the B button. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going, you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll find yourself in a tempo down situation. When the song changes, the tempo changes. This will alter the timing of each button. Please be careful. Last but not least, let me tell you about the final blow. If you destroy all your opponent's soul shields, they will start to give their final argument. If that happens, 4 words will be displayed on the top, bottom, left, right sides of the screen. Each of these corresponds to the B, Y, X, and A button. Okay. You will be able to compose the words of your final strike. Please make your argument while searching for the words that will trump your opponent's final argument. If you don't deliver within the time limit, they will recover. Good luck. Have fun.
What the hell you even saying, you stupid cutter, hey?
He said,
yeah, we know.
We have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
The iron skewer is the weapon, then hiding it in the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip it by. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started. Which means, was the weapon already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it? Could it have been in an unexpected place? Where would that be? Where did he hide a long weapon like an iron skewer? I don't know. Think carefully.
I'm not hiding a thing.
He's not hiding anything.
He said, I'm not hiding anything.
I'm not hiding anything. I'm not hiding anything.
He said he ain't hiding anything. I must reveal to Teru the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer. I don't actually know the conclusive evidence. We're hitting the B button. Oh. I'm hitting the B button and nothing. You said hit the B button? And I'm hitting the A button? You have to like hit it like really early.
Unforgivable. I don't know
what are these controls again? Lock on. You have to reload maybe. See, it didn't mention anything about that. It just said hit the B button. Why tell me to hit the B button when am I supposed to hit the B button? I'm supposed to hit the A button.
Harris Hilton.
I feel like I'm not.
Shut up. That's impossible. Nonsense.
I like the UI of the last one way better.
Unforgivable.
You have to like hit it like kind of early.
I don't know. Harris Hilton. Unforgivable. Shut up.
I can't get the.
That's impossible. Nonsense. Unforgivable. I don't know.
Meat on the bone.
This is the end.
I don't know, the timing on that just feels so fucking awkward.
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything in a place like that.
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked.
And that's why he ended up dead. It seems there are no dangerous items like that skewer in the churrasco earlier inside that pile of food. That appears to be the case. Ooh, I wouldn't have known what to do if he said fish bones and meat bones are also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that
I
could
do
hide
like
the
that
weapon
the
as long as an
comically
iron
large
skewer
piece
is
of meat is actually a crucial piece of evidence.
the meat on the bone.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
This is a civil trial? You don't have that?
There's no way that exists here.
We need to confirm this now. So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
Yeah, fetch.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Wait, hold on a second. Time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over.
About that.
Oh, man is gone.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go?
I'm right here.
Oh, he do be chomping. He's nom nom.
I'm already
Good nom
eating
nom
it.
morning.
A bear that eats meat!
Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
Yeah, she said it, not me. Because I was gonna say it.
Oh, what is this? So yummy!
It's bear meat.
Damn it! That's my meat!
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life. The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
Monokuma, you don't have a stomach, remember?
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My. There's something inside the meat. Look what came out.
Is that
An iron skewer?
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat, it brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
As expected of Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone.
I would never kill someone. I would just make them not alive anymore.
I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
I agree. Oh.
You're nothing but a bunch of poor loudmouth animal feeding hicks.
He said,
Yeah, we know.
You're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Never said a word about cooking on your Greek.
Let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly, we should
Yes,
first...
we need to settle this. Once and for all. To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Do we really have to, though? Go over the entire incident, and then I can prove Terra's crime. That's right. If we don't do that, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
It's finally come to this. My throb is chesting. Every case is one last feature that bring the class trial to an end. That is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the order's events in the form of a comic book. This reproduction is merely Hajime's imagination, so there will be gaps here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the truth panels provided. Around 3 to 5 truth panels make up one set. Inside that one set, there will be correct panels placed among incorrect panels. Use up all the correct panels contained in one set, it will switch to a new set. After that, you fill in all the holes, you'll clear the challenge. Pretty sure some of you already noticed, but it'll be difficult to complete with so many gaps, and once you fill in some, it'll become much simpler. Those of you who played the previous game, you might hesitate at first, but it's basically the same concept. Now then, when playing and solving the closing argument, there's a certain trick. If you move the reticle onto the gaps of each page, it will display hints at the top of the screen. This type of hint will ask what kind of scene is drawn in that gap. Also, if you move the reticle onto a truth panel, it will display a hint as well. The hint explains the scene contained in the panel. Put together these two hints and think carefully. Of course, don't forget that there will be a time limit. Have good luck and have fun. Okie dokie. What? Okay. So, we're drinking some juice. There's... Always keeps eating, even during the blackout. Borrowing the tablecloth. Night vision goggles equipped. So let's see, what is everyone doing? He's like, oh man, I'm so alone. She's, you know, doing her thing. He's wanting to do his thing. The knife. Can we go ahead to the next one? Just kind of looking. You know how it is. Okay, so he's got, this is before he's got his goggles. So he's there we go. So this is probably goggles. Okay. And then unlit portable stove. So that's seeing Nagito. Knife glowing in the dark. Maybe here? Nope. All right. That doesn't fit there, obviously. Is that supposed to be the light going? Is the light out here? Huh? I guess that's her eating? No? Borrowing the tablecloth? Nope. I mean, there's the iron. The tablecloth probably goes here somewhere. All right. Oh, yeah, I forgot we have the hints for these. Wait, did we try that? What do you mean, what does Byakuya see? He sees the friggin' thingy, dude. Killer obtained a light. Oh, wait. No, yeah, because that's already shown up there. The weapon hidden in... Killer obtained after exiting the dark hole. I mean, that's tablecloth. What did the killer obtain after... I mean, the stove? Oh? So wait, do you not have to fill in every one? Is that... Maybe you don't have to fill in every single one. What was found under the table? Under the table was the knife. Stock. Oh, you get. Oh yeah, you get extra ones. All right, all right. Killer used a mark to move under the floorboards. I heard it. I don't think that corresponds to any of these. Big Meat was back here. Okay, I get it more. Obtained a light. What did Byakuya see? So that's when the killer used the mark. That's like back over here somewhere. I heard it. And I see stuff, but I don't see anything that corresponds to that. In particular, what did Byakuya see? What is this? Chiake is guarding the entrance. What's the hint for this? Everyone at the party is... the storage room before the blackout. The iron is turned on. Same scene as the office, room, and dining hall. Office room. Killer obtained a light. What's the hint for the... Kyoko is drinking juice. Thanks. Like, that doesn't really... I mean, we already see that she's drinking juice there. But what is drinking... why is drinking juice important? Doesn't seem very relevant information. Maybe, like, over here somewhere when they're... I have no clue where drinking juice is supposed to fit. I mean, that doesn't have anything to do. Obtained a light. What did Byakuya see? So I used a mark. Office room. Same scene as the office room and dining hall. I don't know. You're drinking some juice. I don't know. What is the juice for? I mean, the juice wouldn't be here, would it? No, Chiaki's guarding the hallway. Oh, the juice isn't important. Alright, cool. Thanks. Okay, Nekomaru's holding it in. Nagito trying to duck under the table. That's probably what did Byakuya see. Set at 11. Switched on. Killer obtained a light. What did the killer do after exiting the dark hall? It does take a little while to scroll, doesn't it? Back here, right? Last stock. Office room. At the office room. Has amazing hearing. The air conditioning turned on. Closing the fire door. Have we done it? We've done everything here. So we're missing... At the office room, the air conditioner turned on. Okie dokie. Then we're missing... What did the killer do? That's the fire door. And then... Ibuki at the end. I do like the hints. That's a nice little touch to make some of the... Because sometimes you would get like stuck on just like one in particular.
Beginning
but...
right after the party started. Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel.
Dude, the class trials are long in this game.
Cautious about a murder occurring.
I mean, it's been like 3 hours almost.
Letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us. Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage.
3 whole irons.
Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30.
Like, is this place powered by Gundam's hamsters? Is it like hamster power? Is that why there's so little electricity?
the air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for these. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on.
She do be eating.
Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles.
That's a great piece of art.
Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move.
And then he drop-kicked his ass.
He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right. Everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming.
So yeah, I'm guessing I'm wondering, like, was Nagito, I guess, was working with Teru?
Beforehand.
But, like, I don't think he was working with him maliciously? I don't know.
They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen.
I mean, it does just feel like all this is, like, Nagito trying to test
This
everyone.
had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item.
Specific item, you say? Oh, he's a ghost.
Right. A tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retrieved it,
Byakuya's ready
he
to
probably
stab
wouldn't have gotten
someone.
killed, but
Ready to shank a
he
bitch.
had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard
You got
stabbed
Gush
straight
Schluck
up with the iron
Schlacht?
skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall.
I still feel like you would have noticed. Like, I mean, you would notice that the sound is coming up from underneath you.
Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime.
I still don't get. I mean, I know. Obviously, the Mekon train has sailed, but like, I don't get why she never made any noise during all the. Like when the power went out. Why was she in the like? I just don't buy the whole clumsy act at all. So like, why would they have done that? And thirdly, why did she look so freaking evil in that art of Mahiro?
Especially if that person is
The
someone
picture
who
she
think of an
took.
unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food.
Oh, dude, look at him.
Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura?
That's a sweet anime pose he's got
That's
there.
what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone.
Except for Byakuya.
Would never.
seems this is the end.
He's got some lungs on him. Don't necessarily think 36 points on that one. That must have been the one we failed. That must have been the hangman thing. B, I'll take it. Do I think we deserve a B? Maybe not. This is detail? Which one was this? Was this the... This was probably the hangman, then. Alright, so...
It looks like your argument has come to a close.
I think this is a... It's... I said we were gonna completely finish the trial in this video. I lied. I'm kind of ready to stop after doing like 3 hours in a row. This is a pretty decent stopping point. In the next video, we will do the actual post-trial wrap-up and move on to Chapter 2, probably. I'm Extra Cheese 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.